So, Twilight. Huh? Last week I made a video about Twilight, so I thought why don't I make a sequel to that video? I mean, how bad can Twilight New Moon be, right? So strap yourselves in and let's hope the Twilight New Moon is better than the last one. Who am I kidding? We all know how it's gonna go down. I felt like I was trapped in one of those terrifying nightmares. The one where you have to run till your lungs burst, but you can't make your body move fast enough. It's so strange that so many novels start like this. I had one of those dreams in which you are running, but in reality what we dream of is quite pathetic. Last night, for example, I dreamt that I was in the supermarket buying some milk, or the other time, this one was an exciting one. I had a big math exam in the morning, so I dreamt that I got the question paper. I started writing my answers. I didn't know a single answer, but still I wouldn't leave my answer sheet blank. So in the last 5 minutes, my pen's riffle runs out. Imagine going to an exam with this kind of motivation. I woke up after that. The best part was that I had no spare pen. But whatever, let's see what's up with drama queen Bella. She's probably making some non-issue into a big deal, but let's read. My legs seemed to move slower and slower as I fought my way through the callous crowd. Callous cloud? You don't have to use alliteration, Bella, if you can't use it right. Maybe practice a little more. Take it easy. Focus on something else other than Edward for a change. Let's read again, shall we? My legs seemed to move slower and slower. No, sorry, wait. Let me get my dramatic voice on. My legs seemed to move slower and slower as I fought my way through the callous crowd, but the hands on the huge clock tower didn't slow. With relentless, uncaring force, they turned inexorably towards the end of everything. Translation: she's aging. My God, Bella. Buy an anti-aging cream or something, for God's sakes, Bella. Just stop being dramatic for once. Then we get this. But this was no dream, and unlike the nightmare, I wasn't running for my life. I was racing to save something infinitely more precious. My own life meant little to me today. Alice had said there was a good chance we both would die here. Perhaps the outcome would be different if she weren't trapped by the brilliant sunlight. Brilliant sunlight? What do you want me to say to this? Edward's the one dating the maniac. Only I was free to run across this bright, crowded square. I couldn't run fast enough. Oh, the horror! Oh, God. I don't know about you, but it really gets to me when Bella acts so overly dramatic for the most trivial things. I mean, it's not like she didn't know what she was getting herself into when she decided to compromise all logic and reasoning to be with Edward. Now why is she complaining? You can't have it both ways, Bella. But kind of thinking about it, it sounds like she's more into becoming a vampire than Edward. I mean, she keeps asking him to turn her. The signs are all there, really. Okay, let's get on with the story. So it didn't matter to me that we were surrounded by extraordinarily dangerous enemies. Extraordinarily dangerous enemies. Oh, okay. As a language student and as a human, I forbid you, Bella, from using unnecessary adjectives. I'm sorry about my little outburst there. Loving this book. Let's move on. I was glad. Something bloodthirsty waited in the wings, for in falling at this, I forfeited any desire to live. See, this is what happens when you want to live under the bright sunlight all the time. Heat strokes. Then people talk like this. Pause the video, read it for yourself. If you decode what she means, let me know. In return, you'll get several precious moments of your life taken away from you. Sounds like an amazing bargain, if you ask me. I was 99.9% sure I was dreaming. Oh, of course. And I'm convinced now, after reading every word in capitals except the last word. Anyway, let's move on. The reasons why I was so certain were that, first, I was standing in a bright shaft of sunlight, a kind of blinding clear sun that never shone on my drizzly new hometown in Forks, Washington. And second, I was looking at my grandma Mary, Gran has been dead for 6 years now, so there was solid evidence toward the dream theory. I'm sorry, were you listening? I just nodded off. Look, whatever, let's continue with the story. This can't be as bad as the last Twilight novel. I mean, come on, that was bad. I mean, the guy is taking out venom out of a girl, that's... whoa. So, as I was saying, Bella dreams she is old, but not wiser. But that's just my guess. But anyway, Edward still looks smashing. Still, it's only a dream. Look at you guys getting excited all for nothing. I made the same mistake. Anywho, it's Bella's birthday. And she's like, my birthday is about what I want. You are the lead of the novel, Bella. Everything is about you. Haven't you figured it out by now? How do you think that you survived in the first novel? Oh, the novel's heroine is in trouble. Everyone to the rescue. It's not like we have a life or anything. Let's go save Bella. Because if she dies, we won't have a third book. So anyway, Edward and Bella get on with their day. And Edward's like, you've got to celebrate your birthday, Bella. You can't be so selfless. Stop thinking about other people for once. You need to think about yourself too. No offense, Edward, but that's all she's been doing. From the first book till now. Where have you been? So, in literature class, they are studying Romeo and Juliet. I have a question. Why is it that I had to read Gulliver's Travel, The Invisible Man, up from slavery, but they get to read Romeo and Juliet? What kind of school assigns a play like that to a bunch of weirdos like Bella and Edward? Anywho, Edward says this. Last spring, when you were nearly killed, or should I say nearly killed a bunch of times, but you managed to crawl your way out of there somehow. We also get pearls like these. For 1 second, the memory of my last trip to Phoenix washed through my head and made me feel dizzy. I could see it also clearly. The blinding sun, the heat waves, coming off the concrete as I ran with desperate haste to find the sadistic vampire who wanted to torture me to death. James, waiting in the mirrored room with my mother as his hostage. Or so I'd thought. I hadn't known it was all a ruse. Okay, she seriously wants us to believe that. Then a bunch of stupid stuff happens, but I'm gonna move on with the story part. There's a birthday party for Little Miss Popular over here. Have a look at this. This is the incident where Bella cuts her finger from a gift wrapper. Wait, what? That's not even possible, but I must say that I'm curious if the gift wrapper was made of razor blades. How can it hurt so much? Here, check it out. I inhaled deeply and turned to Alice. Give it to me, I sighed. Emma chuckled with delight. I took the little package, rolling my eyes at Edward, while I stuck my finger under the edge of the paper and jerked it under the tape. I muttered when the paper sliced my finger. I pulled it out to examine the damage. A single drop of blood oozed from the tiny cut. Oh, poor Bella. And the blood gushing down her paper cut. Well, I'm no expert, but when you get a paper cut, it just cuts the skin. You don't know the damage until you start to move that finger and the air it stirs comes in contact with that cut. There's definitely no blood gushing down your paper cut. Why do you think it's called a paper cut, not paper wound? But anyway, the blood streaming down of Bella's severely injured finger gets just for... After that, you know what happens. It's the same old story. Carlyle stitches Bella's paper wound. I'm not kidding. There's a whole chapter about this. Look. I tried to get control of myself, to reason with myself. Ha! Good luck with that. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know, you can talk. I flinched. That was definitely the wrong question to ask. In front of me? Yeah, you bet it was. I was having a hard time breathing right. Now you know how I feel every time you speak, Bella. Anyway, after this, Edward tells Bella that Edward and other incompetent vampires are leaving town. Of course, This is to protect Bella. I don't even know why they even bother anymore about saving her. If you've established something from the first book till this masterpiece, is that she can't be killed. However, Bella being Bella acts super clingy now. She tries to make Edward stay, but Edward being a nice, living, dead person, tells Bella that he doesn't want her anymore. I'm no good for you, Bella. Don't be ridiculous. Look who's talking. My world is not for you, he said grimly. Did you see that? Edward is pushing Bella away because he loves her. That's not dumb at all. Considering that he first got involved with Bella knowing that this will happen. He makes Bella pinky promise to not be reckless or stupid. Okay, her entire personality is only these two traits, Edward. Where have you been? Oh yeah, you were probably putting on that white powder which makes you sparkle like a Disney princess in the sun. So Bella goes all depressed because she had only one goal in her life, which was to get Edward's attention. When did I start making a review about Pride and Prejudice? Yeah, so since Edward is not around, Bella looks for a substitute, who is Jacob. Bella gets 2 bikes and takes them to Jacob, who fixes them in hope that she'll notice him. He almost succeeds in doing this, but the only problem is when he's not around, she thinks about Edward, which is perfect if you want to see yourself on Jerry Springer's show after a few years. Then, after the dirt bikes are fixed, they go cliff diving. Then, Bella tries to kill herself because her pinky promise to Edward means nothing to her. Come on, people. Let's not take away the power of pinky promise now. I mean, the sanctity of it is above all, you know. But anyway, she crashes the bike and she's rushed to the hospital because if she can create a fuss about paper cut, what will happen if it's a serious matter like this? You can only imagine. Anyway, there are many occasions when Bella hears Edward speaking to her clearly in her head. Okay, I can even get cell reception, and I was assured that I am using the best network. Yet, I can't call my friends without wanting to put my head through the wall, because all I can hear is But after this bike crash, Jacob goes like, I don't like riding bikes anymore, mommy. So they start spending time together. Then Jacob disappears. But one night, he sneaks into Bella's room through her window when she's asleep. You know, just like we all do during some point in our day. So he's a werewolf and he'll save Bella from Victoria. Then Bella jumps off the cliff. Edward saw Bella die in his mind, and so he wants to kill himself too. Alice takes Bella to Italy, where Edward is going to expose himself. You see, Edward? That's why you should stay away from Bella. Turning dramatic too. Anyway, Alice and Bella, they save Edward. Then the bad guys show up, who are like, so Edward, Alice, and Bella, you will be dead. Please let us kill you. One vampire tries to read Bella's mind, but can't read anything. Wonder why. Then other vampire tries his power to torture people, but that vampire recognizes Bella from the first novel and gives up. Voltaire's like, don't think that we're afraid of you, but our powers are not working right now, when they should. So, don't think we're scared of you. We forgive you. We're sparing your lives. Bye-bye. So much for big scary villains, huh? Then you know the story. Edward and Bella, they get together, bada, the end. Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for helping me grow my channel. You have no idea how happy I am. I love all of you. I don't know what else to say. If I ever get successful, it will be because of you guys. Thank you and love you. So, now back to Twilight New Moon. I think that the characters in the novel are really unreasonable at most of the times. They are kind of hypocrites. I mean, the scene where Edward wants Bella to stay away from him since he's bad for her. But at the end, they get together. So, what should I make of this? It's like, as the end starts approaching, Edward becomes the right choice somehow. However, this is not even the issue. The story was turned into how two main lead characters can get together. But that does not make Edward the right choice for Bella. What about the main plot? I I think Victoria was made the subplot of this novel. Then a new plot emerged. So, I don't know, it was just a bunch of stuff happening and there was no logic or reasoning behind it. Of course, your opinion can differ from mine, that's fine. So, Twilight New Moon didn't work for me, but that's my opinion. Nevertheless, I'll post the link of the novel in the description box below, or maybe to wrap a fish. So if you want to buy it for reading, or burning in a bonfire, or that's gonna be your call. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Follow me on Instagram. Let me know what was your favorite part of the video, or what novel I should do next, or just say hi, that's fine too. And with all that, everybody have a great day. I'll see you all next time.